Special thank you to our sponsors of Russ Reels Live, Par Lumber, Mama's on the Go Bistro, and Stutzman Services. For more information on Stutzman Services in Albany, Oregon, and their plumbing, well pumps, and irrigation services, go to stutzmanservices.com. And for more information on Mama's on the Go Bistro in Salem, Oregon, and their amazing food and coffees, go to mamasonthegobistro.com. And finally, for Par Lumber in Albany, Oregon, and their amazing lumber products and services, call 541-926-1525. Ta-da! Welcome everybody to Russ Reels Live here on this Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I don't know what time it is where you are, but whatever time that is, I am so glad that you're here today. And we are blessed to have an amazing group today. Oh my goodness. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am about the show today. You know, really talking about gaining control of your health holistically. And for those of you that know what I've been going through over the last year and a half in my health challenges, I really learned how much control we really do have of our health through the way we eat and through the way we take care of ourselves. There's so much to it, but I'm not going to jump into that quite yet because that's going to be our discussion today. But first, I want to just thank you so much for being here today. It is such a blessing to have this community. And I'm just so glad that we can do Russ Reels Live every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Did I tell you that? Did I say Russ Reels is 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time every Thursday? Well, it is. And this is a topic-driven, panel-driven show where we bring in amazing experts on a topic, and we have a topic we talk about. And that is the topic we're talking about today, is gaining control of your health holistically. And I'm super excited about that. But also want to give you a few other quick things about me. And you know that I love to connect. I love it. I love when I get a chance to connect with you. And the best way to connect with me is at russhedge.com. That's right, russhedge.com. You can find out all about me, my marketing coaching, my keynote speaking, my live streaming, live stream producing. You can even get a hold of me through social media or email or my phone, or you can actually schedule time directly on my calendar by going to russhedge.com/contact today, and we can Zoom, and I would love to connect with you. I would love to do that. Also, we have a great community on YouTube. It's growing all the time, just really getting rolling. Love for you to be part of that if you're not already. And all you have to do is open a separate little tab there and go to russreels.live. Just type in russreels.live. That'll take you directly to my YouTube page. You can subscribe today. And what do you get for that? Well, let me tell you what you get for that. You get not only notices about upcoming content, you get all the past amazing content on Russ Reels Live, Marketing with Russ, and even the Experience Live with Russ and Scott is all available there for you to look at. Who needs to binge Netflix over the weekend, right? You can binge Russ Reels Live over the weekend. There you go. And see all these amazing people that make me look good every week. So I would love for you to become part of that. So please join that today. Also, share this show out. Right now, you can push that share button, share it out to your friends. You can also tag friends in the comments. Use the @ sign and just tag your friends' names and let them know, hey, we're watching Russ Reels Live and you got to come in today because it's an amazing topic. And so the best way that you get people in the door is by sharing this or tagging them today. So please do that and let them know what's going on here. So I'm just super excited to be here today. For more information on me, I'm going to put this on the ticker in the bottom there. And so you'll know where to go. And then today, all of our guests will come in, and at the end, they'll give you their contact information, which is also available in the show notes and will be in the comments today so that you can connect with them, because you're going to want to do that. I'm telling you, you're definitely going to want to do that. So, all right. Well, I am ready. Are you ready? Okay, let's get this thing rolling. You know, we're going to start the show off with a little energy. My little sis, we're going to bring in Dr. Nupi Arora, the glitter practitioner. Here she is. Woo! Throwing sprinkles everywhere.
I was. Do you know what? I was just messing around with lights and giggling my head off because it keeps falling. And then I'm thinking I look like a Halloween person. Anyway, No,
I tried not to watch you in the backstage or fumbling around. I didn't pay attention to that.
you're lying because I thought, oh, I'm trying to distract you. Hello, Russ. How are you?
I am good. I am good. Today I had a wonderful day with my actual biological little sister. It was her birthday today, Brenda. My sister, it's her
Oh,
birthday. So happy
yes.
birthday, Brenda. And so
Oh,
we went out and
happy
had a
birthday,
birthday
adopted sister.
breakfast. There you go. Yeah, it was great. So listen, give everybody
Lovely.
a little
Mm.
snapshot of who is the Glitta practitioner. Who is this Dr. Nupi Arora person?
Thank you. Yeah, the glitter practitioner is a bit at the minute. It is midnight. It's been a very long, busy day. However, I love doing this with you and coming on with on panel guests. It literally lights me up. Any bit of tiredness has now disappeared. So, who am I? Good question. I am Dr. Nupi. I'm a GP. I'm a family physician in the UK. I'm otherwise known as the glitter practitioner. I have a mission to glitterify the world. And what I do is, it's funny enough, holistic care. And it is my passion. I could talk about it for hours, as you know, but it is part of what I do. And I'm also a speaker, a transformation life coach, and podcast host and podcast guest. Yeah, just flutter around Pacific Standard Time pretty much. Oh, by the
Well,
way, I'm
and
based in the UK.
oh, did I? Yeah, I didn't hear that. You're based in the UK, and what time is it right now,
Well,
Dr.
this is
Nupi?
early. This is actually quite early for me because I tend to finish my shifts at this time. I've had a busy day. I was presenting at a global summit run by the incredible CJ, Dr. Constance, and I've been back in clinics. So yes, I'm
Hey,
rather pleased with myself. It's midnight, actually. It's not that late.
before we bring the rest of the group in today, I completely forgot you were talking
Mm,
about the summit today and CJ, Dr. Constance, but behind me you see Befuddled Live the Life You Choose, my first book,
yeah.
just released. This was volume one that I was blessed on Rattled Awake to be one of the authors on co-authors. And CJ, or Dr. Constance Leland, was also one of the authors with us who really put this summit together. And they
Yes.
just came out with volume two as well. So if you haven't got your copy of Rattled Awake, you should do that. So that was a little side commercial. Let's keep it moving. We're going to get Karen and Joan in here. Here they are. Woohoo! Hello, Karen and
Yes.
Joan.
Oh, I love you.
How
Hi,
you
how
guys
you guys
doing?
are doing? We're great.
So
How are you guys
good.
are doing?
It is so great to see the two of you. You're always got such big smiles. You're such a blessing. And so, why don't you give everybody a little rundown? Who is Karen and Joan?
Wow. Wow. Who is Carolyn Joan? That's an amazing question. Thank you for asking. First of all, thank you for inviting us to be here. It's such a true honor and it's such a true blessing to be in the same room with such an amazing team, couples who are changing their life and making such a great difference. So we are truly honored. Thank you for asking us. Who is
Thank
Carolyn
you.
Joan? We both are holistic health and wellness coaches, and we do so many other things: podcasting, writing books, and just making a difference in the world in our own space, and helping
Yes, you
others to
certainly
live their
are.
true essential self, helping
Right.
them to rise from the space of despair, and giving them hope and optimism, and help them to bring that beautiful light that we all carry within ourselves. We all have that light, but sometimes we have to go a little bit deeper so that we can harness that awareness, that selfish to be self assured, and to show love and compassion with ourselves, not to be too hard on ourselves. So all of that we try to help each other when our clients come into us and talk to us. We give them that hope, we give them that roadmap that they can navigate through life and finding themselves because they have got the answers. We just able to just lit that light and give them that self awareness. So that's what we do, Karen. Yeah, that's what we do. That is what we do best, and we really help individuals to really go deep within themselves. We help them to recalibrate and help them to understand that they have all the answers within themselves, and help them also to look at themselves holistically. Because many times we just sit back, we lay back, and we really don't dive deep within ourselves to really find the answers that we're looking for. And if we want to make changes with our lives, we got to go within. We got to start looking within ourselves and see the areas in our lives that is not going so well and start to address it. And once we start to address those areas, we start to see magnificent transformation happening with our lives. So today we are here, and we're going to just bring some pointers to you. Get your notepad, your pen, your cup of coffee, your tea, whatever you're going to get, just sit back, relax, and just ride with us for this 1 hour, because there are a lot of pointers you're going to get today so you can live your true life you deserve. Yeah. Live your best. Live your life excellence.
Yes, that is so good. You know, I always talk about one of my taglines I use when I'm in live groups is live your best life now.
Yes.
And why wait, right? Live your best life now. And speaking of best life, we're going to bring in Shawn and Julianne in the house. Hello. Woo. Wrapping up our panel for today. Shawn and Julianne, how are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you guys?
Doing great, thank you.
Right.
Thank you for having us on the show. We're so happy to be here, and oh my goodness, you guys are such wonderful people, and it's just such a lively group, and you guys are amazing.
Well, lively is a good way to definitely express this group for sure. So, all right, well, listen, let's start off by having you guys give us a snapshot. Who's Shawn and Julianne, and what are you up to?
Sure. My name is Shawn Lechuga. I'm one of the owners and founders of the Wellness Shop 365. I'm also an author, speaker. I am an integrative health and wellness coach, dietary supplement specialist, weight management specialist, and certified personal trainer. And, like my question for everyone watching is, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Sure. Good.
Because that was me. Like I was done. I was so sick of it. Getting up in the morning, feeling like I was feeling horrible. Looking at myself in the mirror and pinching my belly, and look, it was terrible. And I was only in my late 20s, early 30s. And I was like, this is not okay. And I have cracked the code on how to live your best life without giving up all of those lovely things that you enjoy. And I'm inspired, and I'm motivated to help 500,000 other people do the exact same thing, to crack their own code to live their best life. As we say at the Wellness Shop 365 is, we live well, we live wise, we live 365.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Ooh, I like that.
Beautiful.
My name is Julianne Lechuga. I'm also owner and founder of the Wellness Shop 365. I specialize in integrative nutrition as well as energy medicine. I do auricular, I do auricular as well as cell to soul healing. I also do biofeedback. So I have a few different things, and I'm currently finishing up my doctorates in natural medicine.
Oh,
sorry. No, that's fine. But yeah, so for me, it was, I'm here to help people on their journey, especially women that are dealing with menopause, and also women that are dealing with having a hard time getting pregnant, mainly because I was that person. In my early 30s, I had fibromyalgia, and I ended up miscarrying. So I had a lot of my own health issues and struggles. And now I'm able to really see, as I now have twins. I have 4 girls total, but my twins came later. And it was just by happenstance of changing some things around, tweaking some stuff, and really getting a hold of my life and my body, and waking up and realizing that I have more control, and so do you. So you have the control to take care of yourself and make yourself feel better. So
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That is so
Love
great. And
it.
I think that we go back to that right off the bat, is we have more control than we really believe we have, right, Nupi?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the key things that I share through my F list. It boils down to, you always have a choice. Always. It might not feel like there are many options, or these are the options perhaps that you didn't even want to think about. but there's always a choice. And it's gifting yourself that time, that space, that pause to just allow yourself to stay in respond mode as opposed to reactive mode with an almighty, may I, Russ? I have to really. I've been doing this on the summit and it's all in my head now. With an almighty fuck off, focus and breathe. And the fuck off is not meant to be rude. There's usually a disclaimer alert. But anyway, I missed that one. It is allowing yourself it's to remind yourself, okay, my needs matter. And it's standing back and just gifting yourself some magical pause time. And then the breath work, there you go. You're here, you're in respond. And you always have that choice at any step of the way.
Right. And
Very
I think
empowering.
it is. It is. And, you know, I learned, you know, it's been almost just a little, probably close to a year and a half ago that my whole journey started with finding out that I had cancer and then also launching into these other things, you know, suddenly becoming a type 1 diabetic, having major issues with one thing after the other. And, but I have learned that there's so many things I can't control with my diet, with my exercise, with things that I'm doing to myself. And Karen and Joan, you guys are, you know, I loved in your opening, you know, all that you talk about, you know, really getting people to be self-aware and realize what power they really have.
Yes, so true. And so agree with everything you guys said. And we focus mainly on the 12 components because mind, body, and soul. That's who we are. That's our makeup. And so, yes, we talk about what we eat on the plate, but that's just part of who we are. The 12 components where we talk about finances, the relationship with your finances, your creativity, your social life, your spirituality, your physical activity. We don't move enough. Your health, your joy, your career.
Yeah, absolutely right. And it's your primary food and your secondary food. Because many times in our lives, we forget about the primary food because they all come hand in hand. So we got to also look at that aspect of our lives because many times we are stressed out. Many times we don't have a good relationship with ourselves, with our families. Sometimes your finances is not in order. It is stressing you out. You're not mobile enough. Your physical activity, you're not getting up. You're not moving. All of that is going to affect your life. So what are you doing in those aspects of your life? You got to check in with yourself. You got to see what's going on with your health. Are you living a joyful life? Are you stressed out with your job? Are you just going to work just to going to work's sake? Are you happy with your job? So all of these things we got to check in with ourselves because all of those things make up our life. Are you being creative?
Yeah,
Are you checking in with your health to see how your health is going? Because many times our body gives us signals, but we're not paying attention. We're not paying attention to this body signals and we're ignoring it. Like I was telling a client a few days ago, whenever you go to the toilet, look back and see what's happening. Look back and see what's coming out from your system. Because when you look back and see what's coming out from your system, that could tell you so many things what's happening internally. And many times we are running away from that. So we really got to check in with ourselves holistically and see exactly what's going on with us. How is your spirituality?
I was just going to jump
Are
in.
you having a spiritual activity or are you using some form of modality that you can get up in the morning and check in with yourself? Have that space. Have that silent time with yourself. Are you doing that?
Right.
Are you journaling? Are you showing gratitude? All of these things make up a part of our lives. And we're not doing it. We're not finding time to do that. We are running around and we're not finding time to sit in silence with ourselves. Many of us are even afraid to sit with ourselves. We got to start to do these things to help us, right?
That's
Well,
certainly
and
true.
I love that too. And let me jump in there because these are times, sometimes I feel like, there's so many areas we all think this that we need to work on in our lives, right? But I love it when I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, yes, I do that. Yes, I do that. I am doing some things right.
Good.
Woo.
Good.
I got to give myself a pat on the back. I love
Yes.
I love the quiet, you talk about spirituality. I love the quiet time in the morning. I love journaling and prayer and devotion time and just walking with my dog and exercising. And I think that all these things come together and they make us so much healthier. And Shawn, you and Julianne, you were talking about that health portion and what you thought you looked like and all of those things, your perception based on your health and all that. And I think that is really critical because when we feel healthy, we feel better, right?
Well, yeah, 100%. I mean, your confidence goes through the roof. I mean, everything. And to, Karen and Joan, hello, fellow IAN graduates, both of us over here too. Because we do coach and consult our clients and patients on the two-step nutrition policy. I mean, it's primary nutrition and secondary nutrition. And it is so true because if you aren't right in your primary nutrition, it doesn't matter what you do in your secondary nutrition.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you could eat as healthy as you want.
True.
You're not going to see the results that you want until you fix the front end of that. And I want to hit on something like what you said, Russ, is talks about self-care. So important in the mornings. We take advantage of that with all the kids in our house. We have to get up early and have that care for ourselves, just as everyone else out there needs to do the same. I mean, especially parents, like how often do you have that alone time for yourself, whether it's exercise, journaling, meditation, prayer, whatever you're doing for yourself to get ready for the day, that's critical.
And the other thing I was going to hit on that a lot of people don't think about is, and this is because I deal in energy medicine though, is sometimes as we go through life, a lot of our struggles, our upsets and everything gets stuck in the body. Yes. And this really goes back to Chinese medicine where you have liver, where it's anger, and you have your lungs, which is grief. And so think about that. As your body gets sick, it starts holding on to these things in different areas. And then it starts really becoming such a big snowball effect that you start losing control of your health. And so one of the things that I really like to work on and deal with is helping people loosen those things out of their past and get rid of it, because otherwise it's like you start doing things and you don't realize that you're actually causing that to happen. So people don't like to look at themselves and say, that's probably because of this. There's what you might not know is that everything happens, and right before it happens, like if you have a really bad illness or you get injured or something, there was a trigger that happened right before that occurred. And you really need to release that trigger, because here's the thing is more than likely that trigger goes back to childhood and it followed you. And so it's energy, like it's hidden in the body, and you have to work on getting it out, because otherwise it just continues to make you sick.
Yes.
Right. And I think it's awareness, right, Nupi? It's awareness of what's going on within you.
Yeah. So I actually wrote that down. It's being self-aware, and that is key. It all starts with acknowledging, accepting, and broadening that, expanding that awareness. And spot on, your body talks to you, and it is so important. Yes, the trigger happens. Something you present, something, when people come into me, say, it's usually because the body has gotten so loud in the physical manifestation, you can't ignore it anymore. And what I tend to do, which is my root cause approach, is I want to go back 5 or 10 steps actually and find out, okay, what was going on back then? And it all does get linked, because your body, the cells have memory. And the denser, the heavy energies that we sometimes aren't even aware of, it's the subconscious barriers, not just the conscious ones. But it's okay. None of this can get you. It's about being aware and learning how to transmute that into glitter and into a higher vibration, because it's possible.
Yes.
And I talk about this in conventional medicine all the time. It's your shadow self, which is the critter chatter, but it doesn't need to define you. It's understanding, what else could this be showing me? What else can I do in the future? Who could support me? And it's a process, and it is possible. And that's the beauty about when you become aware, you've got choices. You can stay stagnant in awareness, though. Awareness needs action. And that's how you propel yourself forward. We're not meant to be stagnant. We're meant to keep on growing, learning, evolving. And that's where the beauty comes in. And that's when the glitter really starts to flow. I just got an image of a Catherine wheel just then. Literally, I was seeing a Catherine wheel spinning round and round and round, going, my chakras are in alignment. Yes.
Well, it is so, I think a lot of times, this book that I was just part of, Rattled Awake, a lot of times it takes something that rattles us awake, and a lot of times that
Yes.
happens in our health or in some kind of a disease we get, or some kind of a accident in life. Something happens, and in that moment, I always say life happens and then we choose. So life happened. Now we get to choose, where do we go from there? We're not happy with where we're at, and we're sick and we're unhealthy. What are we going to choose to do? Right, Karen and Joan, what are we going to choose to take? What lessons from what's happening to us, and where are we going from there? Right?
That's so important. That is so important, and especially how you express what do we choose to do when we go through something, because something happened that is very monumental in our lives in that moment, and picking that level of resiliency to propel forward. How do you choose? And you have to realize that your purpose sometimes is renewed in that moment
Yes.
because things have shifted. And so you have to, the point become, you pivot in that moment and you rise up and you said, okay, acceptance, as Dr. Nupi was speaking about, you accept it for what it is. It did happen, because accepting it in that moment allow you with ease to release what happened. And now you can take a new stand with a new sense of in mind, a new focus, how you're going to move forward with a level of resiliency, with a level of power that you have within you, your strength, your determination, the courage, because sometimes it can be tough.
Yes. Yes.
But the essential thing is who you have around you.
Right.
Supporting ourselves with strong people who are going to give us that level of motivation and would not allow us to fail, and say, no, you can do this. And reaching their hands out to us and pulling us up and giving us the level of support and confidence that you can know you can do this. We got you.
I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling the energy. It's beautiful. Yes.
Well, and Karen,
you can
Karen,
do
that will ignite our courage, right, Karen? I mean, it's like that, because Karen, I mean, again, with things in life, sometimes we get scared, we fear for what's going on, and courage is not the absence of fear; it's moving forward and overcoming that.
Absolutely. And you know what? When things happen in our lives, it gives us a chance to reflect.
Mm-hmm.
It gives us a chance to look at our lives and see the areas in our lives that is not going so well. Because many times when things start to break down in our lives, we gotta start to connect the dots. We gotta start to look internal and see what's happening internal with our lives. Because everything starts internal. It starts from within, then it manifests on the outward.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or
remember,
alternative, oh, sorry. What I was going to say, Karen, very quickly, is alternatively, if you're not aware of looking in, very often the universe, source, whatever it is you believe in, keeps sending you messages, which is a mirror of what it is perhaps you might need to work on. That's
Right.
the other thing.
That's so true.
So you might not go inside, but actually take notice and be more aware externally too.
Mm-hmm.
Because that there can be lots of messages with that too.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you.
That's
Sorry.
fine. Thank you. Yeah,
That's so true.
that's absolutely right. Because many times as Dr. Nupi said, we are getting messages, but we're not paying attention.
Exactly.
We're just not paying attention to these messages that the universe is providing for us. And there is where we fail. There is where we fail, and the body starts to break down. And always remember, everything starts from your microbiome. Everything starts from there. And when it starts from there, it connects to your brains. You start to get brain fog. You start to feel as though things are not happening good in your life. It starts from your gut. So you got to pay attention what you're feeding yourself.
Yeah.
You got to pay attention what you're putting on your plate. You got to pay attention to the 12 components that we're speaking about, because all of those things have a part to play in your life. You got to be vigilant.
And just to stick a pin in there, once it's out, it's not, if it has to be in a level of balance, because there is where the alignment comes in. And once there is an imbalance, there is where things totally out. Yeah. Yeah. Choo.
Yeah. Well, and everything comes together. And I think we learn, Shawn and Julianne, we learned that it's amazing when it comes to what you talked about, what we put on our plate. You know, there's so much natural goodness and diet and even supplements and things that are natural things that God put on this green earth for us to use for our good health. And I think that we need to pay attention to that, because what we put on our plate greatly affects not only our health, but our attitude. Right, Shawn?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, everything that's here for us is a resource for us to use. It's not just here, it's for us to use. And going back to the beginning of this show and this conversation, we all have choices. I mean, are you choosing to drink an abundance of alcohol? Are you choosing to eat fast food every night? Are you those are choices too. A poor lifestyle is just as much of a choice as a healthy lifestyle. And so many people that we've seen get caught up in like, well, if it's so expensive, or I can't do that. I don't have time to cook, and I don't, all this stuff. And when you actually lay it out for them and show them what their possibilities are, they're blown away. And I can say for myself, almost 7 years ago, when I changed my diet and the way that I took care of myself, my plate opened up tenfold. I eat things now that I never thought I would have years ago. And Julianne attests to that. Like when we first met, I mean, we've known each other now 15 years. When we first met, I didn't eat anything, like according to her. But now it's like, when you start feeding your body good whole foods from the earth, whether you're a vegetarian or you eat meat, that doesn't matter. I mean, these things are put here on this earth for us to consume, to keep us healthy, and understand that food is a drug. It can either keep you healthy and keep you running, or it can destroy you. And you realize that.
Absolutely.
And it's really important to pay attention to what is in your food, because so much of it anymore is not real food. So, really sticking to the aisles where it's the whole organically grown, no pesticides, herbicides, or at least there's minimal. It's a different type of pesticide and herbicide. You really have to be mindful of that, because all those toxins create a lot of issues in the body, blocking your body from doing what it needs to do. It creates a lot of health issues because they're endocrine disruptors. So for women that are dealing with menopause, you're going to heighten that if you're eating a bunch of stuff, or even candles and stuff. I mean, don't even think that it's all around food. Think about what you're taking in around you as far as smell. Women wear a lot of perfume and stuff. Well, they're endocrine disruptors if they're made with artificial smells. So you're thinking like there's a certain point where women can't get pregnant, or they're having issues with their hormones once they get to a certain age. Well, if you're using all these things and you're microwaving your food and you're using plastics and things like that, these are all endocrine disruptors, and you're going to have issues with your hormones. And that's going to be a huge thing, where either you're going to become estrogen dominant, or you're going to have all kinds of, your hormones are going to be all over the place. But, in the case of estrogen dominance, this can happen for men and women, just so you know. And estrogen dominance that is a bad estrogen can become cancerous. So a lot of people out there that are getting cancer right now, look at what you're doing in your life and in your lifestyle. That's important.
Yeah. I mean, I've learned for sure that you can avoid a lot of things in your body that do become cancer because there's things there that can be tipped either way based on your diet. And that's true of a lot of things. And so as we go for our last round here, Nupi, I want to have you give everybody your last thoughts and
Oh,
wrap up this. I mean, it's hard to wrap up this discussion because we could have
I
it forever.
know.
But what I want you to do is give your last thoughts and then make sure and remind everybody how they get in touch with you.
Okay. Gosh, it's gone really quickly.
I
Oh,
know.
It
okay.
always goes fast. Yeah.
I know. Okay, last
We're
thoughts.
fine. We still have a little time, but I want to give
I
us
was just
plenty of
going to
time for you to
say,
give your final
I
thoughts.
just looked at the time. I was like, what? Okay.
I knew
So
you
my
needed
last
10 or 15 minutes for your final thoughts. So
I do tend to go off on tangents, but I do come back round. Okay, my last thoughts. I think it's just as important actually to recognize your emotional side of well-being as well, because we've touched on it a little bit about making choice, but there's so much power within perspective, and that is also a choice, and that's how mindset can shift. But it's allowing yourself to look at the world with different lenses, and reminding also the first section of my F list is all about the physical: food, fluids, fresh air. The next three, it's about your emotional well-being. It's what makes your soul sparkle and your heart sing. Having fun. You've got one chance at this life. Find the things that light you up, that bring you joy, or fizz pop is what I call it, and do it regularly. You owe that to yourself. And if you're not sure what it is that brings you joy anymore, that's okay. We can find something. You will rediscover the art of living. And so many people are half asleep. And I'm like, time to wake up. And that's just as important as the physical. And it's having connection. Connection is crucial. And the reason I wanted to just mention this is because recently in my clinics, I do urgent care online from home. And the majority of my cases at the minute are patients, elderly, 70s, 80s, 90s even. And the key thing I keep seeing and hearing is a lack of connection and loneliness. And, I talk about hope a lot and love. Loneliness it's like an energy zapper. It really is. And my heart goes out to my patients. And, there are resources, there are things people can do and we can support, but connection is crucial. We were designed to be together. And as Joan said earlier, and I loved the way, Joan, you looked at Karen when you said this, it's who you surround yourself with. It's those soul from the here, connecting from the heart. I mean, I'm blessed. I met Russ a year a bit ago, and I know I've known him forever. I know that. And the people come into your life for reasons, and it's taking these tiny little things which fill your happy meter up. And gratitude is huge here. All of these concepts and aspects of health and well-being are just as important as physical ailments, nutrition, fluids, exercise, all of that, because that's the balance that we're talking about.
Right.
And you really can flip things and maintain your own well-being. And that's the beauty of this. It works, and it's just having trust and taking one step at a time, even if it's a teeny tiny baby beetle step. Take one step at a time, and you're not alone. That's the thing I really want to end on, is you're never alone. And it's having the courage to go, I'm not okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not okay. Who can help me? Right. There's immense strength in just that, and that's crucial. Those are my and how do people get hold of me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what, Russ? I did that in 4 minutes. I actually covered loads of juicy glitter nuggets there.
That was
In a very
amazing.
that
That
was.
was
I was
very
quite
good.
impressed.
That's a world record. I was timing. That was good.
I was quite impressed with myself. Eva, please make a reel of that because that was good. I can't even remember what
There
I
you go.
said. It's channeled. How can you get hold of me? So you can find me every Monday on LinkedIn, live with the Glitter Practitioner, which happens to be produced by somebody who I know very well. Produced
There
by
you go.
Russ, and every Monday at 8 o'clock GMT, which is 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. You can also get hold of me pretty much via LinkedIn is probably the best. Direct message me. I do have a Calendly link as well. And if you didn't attend the summit today, there are replays because I've got 3 glittertastic bonus gifts of joy to spread for free. And I'm so proud of it because I made it all myself. Hence the lack of sleep. Hence the... I get verbal diarrhea and I'm absolutely shattered. How else can you get hold of me? Aha! You will find me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all under the Glitter Practitioner, or just get hold of Russ because then he gets hold of me.
There you go. There you
There
go.
you go.
Wonderful. You did a great job.
2
Okay, Joan and
minutes.
Karen. There you go. Joan and Karen, you're up next.
Go, Karen. You go first. First and foremost, Russ, we just want to thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to be on this platform and
Thank
to
you.
really bring awareness to holistic living and how we should really take approach towards our lives, because our lives are so important to us and we are not sitting back and just not doing nothing. We need to really stand up for ourselves. We really need to make the wise choices for our lives so we could live a fulfilling life and a nourished life. So myself and my sister, we are holistic health coaches, and we're also a co-author of 2 ebooks, Your Gut in You and Self-Care is Intentional. We also have a digital magazine, Start Healthy, and a hard copy magazine, Start Healthy also. And we also do two shows, Soul, Light, and Body, and Enrichment of Mind, Body, and Soul is broadcast. Enrichment of Mind, Body, and Soul is broadcast out from the United Kingdom to 14 countries around the world. And we also have a YouTube channel, Soul, Light, and Body. And you're welcome to subscribe because every week we got some real juicy topics that we interview some real phenomenal people, and they bring some real good stuff that you can add to your toolbox and able to help you to move forward with your life. Joan? Yeah, wow, that was well said. The takeaway here today is love yourself.
Yes.
Love yourself. Show yourself compassion. Celebrate your small and big wins. You deserve it. Show yourself grace. Don't be hard on yourself because we got one opportunity in this life and this body, which is our vehicle we travel through. Let's show it grace. Let's love on ourselves. That compassion. Go within and love others. And every day show gratitude to others who has been in our lives and play a meaningful role in our lives that help us and encourage us on our journey. So let's just reach back to them, send them that lovely text, that email, and say, I love you. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being there when I didn't even believe in myself. So let's give and love that to others as well. And don't forget to write yourself a love letter. That love letter is so important for yourself. Write yourself a love letter.
I love you too.
You can reach us.
I just love you.
Love you too. You can
And
reach us
Joan?
on LinkedIn.
Yes, keep going.
Yeah, you can reach us on LinkedIn. I'm Karen Pascal. You can reach us on LinkedIn. And this is Joan. And also Facebook, Soul, Light, and Body, Mind and Body, the holistic way, and living the holistic lifestyle, body, mind, and soul. Connect. So just connect with us. Let's pour some love on you. Because when
you
you
go.
are with us,
I'm
you'll
feeling
never
it. I
remain the
love
same. We just pour love on you.
I've gone
All right,
I've
that was
literally gone all
fabulous.
melty. I'm like melting over here.
All right. Well, listen, that was wonderful. And here we go. Shawn and Julianne, wrap it up for us.
I just want to hit on something that Jones just said about celebrating wins. Like my biggest, takeaway or advice is say, get a journal and track your wins
Yes.
and start, and track your small wins, celebrate your small wins, and don't just look for those big ones. Everyone wants to look for the big jackpot. Celebrate the small ones, build on those every single day. When you have a great day of exercise and a great day of nutrition or a great day of self-care, build on that one day at a time and create that snowball effect for yourself. Because you'll find that, when you do that, you create that momentum, and then pretty soon you become unstoppable, because we're capable of anything, that we want to do. If you go to our website at thewellnessshop365.com, and you take our Harmony of Life 365 wellness quiz, we just came out with 2 ebooks ourselves. Actually, the first one, 10 strategies to improve your health and feel 20 again. And the second one is for men, how to raise testosterone naturally without the use of needles or artificial injections. So if you want both of those, we'll send those to you once you take that quiz on our website. You can also reach me on LinkedIn, Shawn Lechuga, the Wellness Shop 365. You'll find me there. I'm also on Instagram. We do have a YouTube channel as well. And if you want to email us directly, you can email us the Wellness Shop 365@gmail.com.
Awesome.
Sorry.
No, keep going.
No, okay. So definitely I want to go back to all you ladies and hitting on loving yourself and taking care of yourself and making sure that you're doing things that help build you up and bring you to that next level, and live in the moment, not in the past, and don't live in the present in the future, because it'll stress you out. You need to live in the present. It's really important that you be here with yourself now, be honest with yourself so that you know when you're dealing with stuff, and be honest when you tell somebody else, like all you ladies were talking about. Don't lie to yourself. If you're dealing with something, it's okay to be honest, be upfront about it. Say, I'm not okay. I'm not healthy. I'm not feeling good. I'm not this. I'm not that. It's okay. It's okay, because there's resources out there for you. You are not alone in this fight. And actually, sometimes you need that other person to help pull you out of the darkness, because it is a dark hole that you tend to find yourself in if you don't turn to somebody else. You do feel alone then. And even if you do kind of like have a little inch here and there, it seems like it's way overwhelming doing it by yourself. And there are tribes out there. There are women out there or men out there that are willing to help you gain confidence in yourself, gain the love for yourself. And they're with you too, trying to get out of the same place. So find those people and love yourself and do things for yourself. If you need to go for a walk, read a book, anything like that, do something that is mentally healing for yourself. It is so important and crucial.
Right. I love that. And, I'm going to tag on to that at the very end here and say that when you're feeling stuck in life and you're feeling like you don't know where to go, just do something, because doing the wrong thing sometimes is better than doing nothing, because you've got to keep moving and learning. And how are you going to know when the right things comes along unless you make a few mistakes along the road? And that's just part of life. It takes a little bit of risk, a little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of laying yourself out there at times, but you can come together and learn from your experiences and then learn to treat yourself better, like all of you were talking about. And I think that is so critical, because positive thought and actual good perspective on life is proven to improve your health and improve your outcomes. So
Yes.
I want to tell you guys how much I appreciate each one of you. Amazing discussion. We could go on for hours and hours, but we have to wrap it up for today. So listen, I just want to thank you so much. I'm going to wrap it up with you on the screen here and tell everybody we're here every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Russ Reels Live. And I'm telling you, we have great people here, like all of these wonderful people today: Julianne, Shawn, Joan, Karen, Nupi. Thank you for just sharing your value and your knowledge and all that you are able to bless people with, and appreciate that. And I'll tell you, we're going to be here next week with another great group, another great topic. So don't miss it, Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Until then, Have a great day and a great life. Everybody give my assistant Ever a great selfie pose. Ready? Here we go. We got to do a good screenshot. There we go. All right. Until we see you next time. Have a great day and a great life. Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.